Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for May 7th, 8th, and 9th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is a general reading. This is the weekend, so of course I'm going to be using my Radley Valentine decks. Now, for the main reading, I use my Angel Tarot cards. I will pull one from my Archangel Power Tarot cards. I will also pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself up to higher power, the source, and whatever the message is just comes through for whoever's out there that might need to be hearing this. Now, a couple of things. Now, somebody's been asking me about my Emily Anderson Crystal deck, so this is the deck itself. It came with a book. And it basically, it was $9.99. It was on the sale part at Books A Million. Okay, so I want to let you know, I kept passing it and passing it. I'd leave. I kept coming back, passing it, and it was like, you know what? I'm just going to get this. So, Emily Anderson Crystal deck. It was in one of the sets, and it had a book. She's the one, she authors the books. I don't know who does the graphics. That's why I say Emily Anderson, because her name was all over it. Books A Million, and at the time that I bought it, it was $9.99. Okay, letting you know that. Now, the other thing is that we have a new moon on the 11th. It will be in Taurus. Now, I just kind of feel like I'm going to take my traditional tarot cards, my Waite Rider tarot cards, and we're just going to pull a couple just to see what this new moon has in store. This is time, full moon to new moon, get rid of, new moon to full moon, start anew. This Taurus is an earth sign. We are in Taurus season. Many possibilities could be happening at this time. And this is a time to also follow your intuition, follow your instincts. Now, remember, there's a difference between wishful thinking and intuition, but, again, pray, meditated, like I was just telling you, and put it out there, but follow your instincts, because this is going to be an interesting time. So let's go ahead. We'll just pull 3 cards like I normally do, and let's see what we have, because then on the 13th, we've got something happening too, but we'll come to that in just a moment. So first card is, let's make those straight there. First card, the Magician, full moon. We have the 1 there. The full moon, the new moon is the start. Now, many cultures use new moon to the, new moon to the full moon to the new moon, as their calendar. But the Magician says anything is possible. This is a time to, really, really put this out there. And again, I'm saying use your instincts. Now, we have a 1 there. Again, new beginnings. Now, this would be, if you had any questions, this would be a yes card. Here we go. Next card is, okay, this is reversed. Reversed cards have a little stronger energy. Now we have a 2, so we have a 1, 2 there. Interesting. This is the 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords. Swords is the air energy. That is our Libra, our Gemini. It is also our Aquarius energy. So with that, there's some interesting things. There's decisions here. You are not as bound as you thought you were. If you look at her, she's got the blindfold, like she can't really see her future, but at the same time, she's peeking. She can see. You are not as blind as you think you are. And especially, there's going to be things that, I feel that there's going to be some like revelations coming. Again, I know that Saturn in Aquarius energy, but, the illusion versus reality. But you are, decisions coming. You're not as bound as you need to be, as you feel you are. You can make these decisions. You do have the information you need. Anyway, your last card with this one, the Page of Wands. Now, Page's underlying energy is earth energy. It is our Taurus, our Virgo. It is also our Capricorn energy, very solid energy, very, with your work, your job, your home. Wands in itself, that's our fire energy. That is our Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, passionate, burning, determined. There could be, new opportunities in your work field. There could be new opportunities for promotion. There could be, I love this because you see that this is this rod. It's sprouting. There's new growth. There's new excitement. There's new, he's also standing very tall. There's new possibilities. There's new accolades also. Now, the next thing that I wanted to tell you about is on the 13th. The 13th, Jupiter, which has been in, Aquarius, will transition into Pisces for a little bit of time. I think it's until July 28th. This will be very lovely. This is going to be a very lovely time. Jupiter and Pisces are, there's a very strong connection. Jupiter is a large planet, is the planet of good fortune. Pisces has a lot of psychic, Pisces is a water sign, Cancer, Cancer and Scorpio, fluid, emotional, but Pisces is also about, Pisces walks a little bit into that darker side, is a little romantic, is a little bit, well, I shouldn't say a little, is very romantic, very sensitive. This is going to be a time, though, that the two, Jupiter and Pisces, they love each other's relationship. So this is one of those really intuitive times. This is one of those times that, anything is possible also. So, let's see. We're going to pull 3 cards for that. And that will be the 13th of this month, May 13th through the 28th of July, and then it goes back into Aquarius. So let's go ahead. We're going to just pull 3 from the traditional tarot and see what we have here. 1, 2, and 3. You may have to, though. There is a feeling, though, you may have to leave something behind in order to go forward. Okay, I'm kind of picking that up. You may have to leave something behind in order to go forward. It may not necessarily feel as comfortable to leave it behind, but it's like one of those things that's kind of like, I talk about anchors, not necessarily saying to cut your cords or anything. I'm just saying, I'm getting this. So again, I shouldn't try to interpret. You may have to leave something behind in order to go forward. That's the message. Here we go. Let's see what we have here. The Tower. Okay, now it is reversed. The Tower is not as scary, but again, it's like you have to leave something behind. Things, the Tower is now, so we have what is that then, a 16. So we have the 10, 5, 16. The 10 is also, transition. 6 is what's made by man. Added together becomes a 7, divine number. But the Tower is like things have to go away in order for you to go forward. I'm getting that really strongly. And so don't be afraid of the Tower. Don't be afraid that, this is when Pisces and Jupiter come in on that 13th, that something goes away. It may feel kind of earth-shattering or earth-shaking. Let's put it that way. You may feel like your paradigm has shifted a little bit, but it's for you to then rebuild. Sometimes you have to, think of it as a building. Think of, sometimes you have to demolish in order to build. Here we go. Next card is the Moon. Okay, again, reversed. So here is an 18, okay, 10, 110. The Moon has things hidden. The Moon is also very spiritual. The Moon, Pisces does, is a water sign, and so there is a connection with that Moon. So there's hidden things going on that you may not be aware of. Well, that we aren't, many things that we're not aware of, but it does, it looks a little bit, kind of, stern there, but the Moon is having things happen for a reason. And again, there's the behind the scenes. So again, what you project out, this has a lot to do with, do you go out for the light? Do you go out for the dark? Where is your intentions? Now, let's see what we have with this last card. Okay. So this is a 3. Threes have a lot of energy, a lot of power, the power of 3, also Trinity. This is the 3 of Wands. This is kind of like look things over, see what's going on. Then there's a lot of possibilities happening for you also. So even though Jupiter in Pisces really will be a very positive thing, the main message that I'm getting is, things have to, things have to go in order for you to move on. Things have to clear up. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. There's a lot of things that you're not necessarily aware of. You will see your direction. You will see where you need to go. Things will enlighten for you. This might feel a little bit intimidating. It might feel a little scary. Higher power, archangel, whoever that is to you, your divine spirit guide has got this. This is where we have to kind of give up some of our control. We have to say, you know what, hey, give it to the source. But again, this Three of Wands is very, very positive. Again, this is, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. It's very, very positive. It's kind of like I'm surveying my paths. And in some ways, if you look, that's why I chose this screensaver or the screen background, is because our path is golden. Our path, we do have a pathway, and things are being lit for us. It'll be an interesting time. Do not be worried. Do not be afraid of that tower. Like I said, things have to go away in order for you to move on. Okay? Okay. Interesting stuff. Let's start our readings. Hello, my Scorpios. How are you? Well, let's see what we have for this weekend for you. It's been some really interesting readings, so let's see what's going on. Strong stuff, strong energies around us too. Here we are as we prepare for that new moon. And we are, remember, we still have that full moon energy that was in Scorpio. So full moon to new moon. And we have 3 cards face down. Nothing's reversed. Reversed has a little stronger energy. Let's see what we have here. First card for my Scorpios, the King of Fire. Now, King's underlying energy is air, okay? It is Michael, air, swords, whatever you want to call this. It is our Aquarius, it is our Gemini, it is also our Libra energy, strategizing, thinking things through, but also hearing news. Fire energy is our Leo, Sagittarius, it's our Aries, it's passionate, burning, it's very determined. So there could be something that something could be coming into your purview, okay? Yeah, purview. And that you need to really focus on. You need to stay aware. You need to be, on top of, in the same way that, just because it's something that you really want to know about. So the King of Fire sees the bigger picture, okay? Doesn't necessarily focus on the minutia though, okay? Doesn't focus on those little pieces. Looks at the bigger pieces, looks at where, kind of wants to know where we're going with whatever. Has gone through a lot of emotional energy, has gone through a lot of growth energy, has gone through a lot of, intellectual energy, but still keeps this passion alive. So the King of Fire, whether you be male or female, is one about, kind of like following what needs to be done. At the same time, it's focusing on where you're going. Anyway, let's see what we have here. It's motivational, idealistic, ambitious, charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. Now, the King of Fire also could be somebody who is advising you. Now, normally I kind of feel these for yourself, but the King of Fire could be someone that's advising you. And I'm going to tell you, it would be somebody that I think you should listen to. It doesn't mean you have to agree with them. It doesn't mean you have to follow their advice. But I do think you need to listen, okay? I do think that the advice that they give you can be very valuable to you. Anyway, let's see what your next card is. The Two of Air. Now, twos have decision making. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? Air is, again, that Libra, Aquarius. It's also that Gemini. Thought processes, making some decisions. So, I'm thinking that, there's something, which way am I going? Which way do I want to go? Where, the thing is that there's been a lot of emotion in some of your decisions. this is one of those times that you need to think logically and clearly, okay? I remember, and it's kind of coming to me, it's coming back, but in some of my first readings for you, my Scorpios, I remember saying that if you find yourself in a hole, stop digging, okay? I'm kind of getting that vibe again for you. So I'm not sure if this is you realizing that you need to stop digging. I kind of feel this is a second party, somebody else. I'm kind of feeling like you need to kind of step back and look at things a little bit bigger. You need to kind of, not be so emotionally engaged. You need to be a little more intellectually objective. Okay? Okay. So, being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. So, let's go on to our last card here, the Six of Water. Now, sixes is the number of man. Now, don't be alarmed, because it's what you put into this. It's your memory. The Six of Water is about your memories, but the six is the energies that you've put into it. Water energy is your energy. It's also Pisces and Cancer, fluid, emotional. So there's a lot of reflection with the Six of Water. There's a lot of looking back, a lot of things looking in your memories, looking at the things that, which way did I go? Which way could I have done something differently? Could somebody else have done something differently? So there's a lot of reflection with the Six of Water. So whatever this is, it's kind of like there's I feel like with the King of Fire, there's a lot of guidance there. There's a lot of direction. It's kind of like, you need to make some decisions. You need to make them logically, but I feel like there's a lot of emotional, I don't know, is this baggage? There's emotional energy that's keeping you from necessarily making whatever the decision is, whatever the logical decision is. There could be something emotionally attached. There could be an emotional anchor that's keeping you from doing whatever this is that needs to be done. Okay? Anyway, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. We always have to be careful about that. We tend to think that things weren't as bad as they once were, and but that's how we get through life, right? Anyway, let's see what we have with this last card. So there looks like there's some change-ups for you. There's some change-ups for you, or not. You may decide just not to change anything, okay? I feel like the King of Fire is kind of guiding you into some of those changes, but you might want to stay right where you're at. Anyway, this one is not reversed. Here we go. The Sun. This is lovely. This is lovely. So we have a 2, we have a 6, we have a 19. Okay, so we have that 1, new beginnings, or 10 plus a 9. 10s are, transition. 9s have this finality to it. 9s are like, let's wrap this up. You can add the 1 plus the 9. It comes back to that 10. Bring it back to that 1, new beginning. This is Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel has a lot of wisdom, brings a lot of wisdom to the situation. This is saying to you, this is quite wonderful. This is saying things are possible. Life is wonderful. Maybe you've been sitting in the pool of memories a little bit long. Now it's time to kind of make your decision, kind of follow, the King of Fire wants to help to motivate you, wants to help to move you along. And it's saying there's so much possibilities for a lovely, wonderful life out there. Life in itself is wonderful. See things, get moving, because there's going to be some changes. There's some major changes around the horizon. And, it's kind of like you can be, you're a water sign, so you can kind of go along with the flow, or you can, take a more active part in it too. Anyway, you're interesting. Here we are. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking. Remember, your thoughts, your words, put it out there positive. An inspiring success. So this is all, there is some of this conflict. There is some of this emotional angst. But again, think things through. The King of Fire wants to help you through these stages. But once you get there, life is like, what is it? Life is like a bowl of cherries. But, what is there's also the thing about the pits. Don't worry about those. Don't worry about those. Anyway, I think that was Irma Bombeck said, she titled one of her books, Life is a Bowl of Cherries. Why do I have the pits? Something like that. No, don't worry about the pits. Just, enjoy the cherries. Here we go. Anyway, let's see where we go with this. Okay, well, there's some cards that let's go on one more time and see what crystals or energies would be helpful for my Scorpios. Yeah, Scorpios, it's just, I kind of feel, like I said, there's this, this romanticizing of this past. Totally time to make your decision. And the King of Fire, and that could be you too. You might have made the decision to just, let's move forward with this, because the Sun is also a fire energy. Okay, let's see. This one is reversed. Earth. Earth. Interesting. Earth is all about abundance, fertility, harvesting. It's also with logic. And that's where I think, again, objective reasoning is needed. Okay? Okay, my Scorpios, let me know what this is about. I'm very interested. I'm very intrigued. Anyway, my Scorpios, remember the button. We're very close to 24,000 subscribers, and it's because of you that we're there, so thank you. But remember the button to like, share, and subscribe. As always, my Scorpios, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.